I'm back. What's going on, AWGFAM? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute. Probably 6-7 months now since I uploaded. I've been so busy. I know you guys have asked what's been going on. I've just been working, a lot going on with the family, just trying to keep up with everything, and it's been a lot. And I really don't want to do videos and fall asleep for you guys while I'm doing them. So I finally had some time to sit down. Plus, there's a lot that's happened in 6-7 months that I want to comment on. A lot has happened in 6 to 7 months. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into some John Ross. This is actually John Burk. You guys have not seen John Burk, definitely check him out. Absolutely love John Burk. I go listen to his podcast all the time. Highly suggest it. A lot like me, opinion-wise. A lot like me, opinion-wise. God, I think he may even be more vulgar than I am. But, without further ado, let's jump into this John Ross. How to paint like Elon.
Well, hey there. Welcome back to another episode of How to Paint Like a Feminist. And if this is your first time joining us, we'd cordially like to invite you to pull up a chair and, heck, invite your trans kids too while you're at it. They're confused enough as it is, and we're only going to add to it. So let's transition on over. So I'm going to go ahead and have my handy-dandy producer run the colors across the bottom of the screen there for you. We're going to have Ukraine yellow, we're going to have abortion red, BLM black, and monkeypox green. Easy fact checkers. We haven't even said anything, and we're censored. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this Ukraine yellow, but we got to make sure before we actually start applying it, we put a nice thick coat of white privilege on there. And just so people know, before you actually start painting, an automatic skill level up is if you make sure you change your profile picture to a Ukrainian flag and hashtag I stand with Ukraine, even though realistically you're not doing dick all, but you feel better. Because at heart, you're all a bunch of selfish narcissists that want to virtue signal on social media to show the world how good you are. And realistically, you don't give a shit. But here's a secret. Neither do I. Well, hey, John. What about those Ukrainian kids that are getting hurt over there? Well, that's a really good question. I'm glad you asked that. Maybe they should worry about their own kids. Kind of like we should be doing here in America right now with this whole formula shortage thing. Isn't that kind of beautiful, though? How Eric Swalwell out of California, who was banging Fang Fang, wants to sit there and talk about all of these things that occurred under the Trump administration. And turns around and tells Biden, hey, good job for getting all this formula imported. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like an arsonist setting a fire and then calling 911 and praising himself for calling 911 for setting the fire. You're the causation of all these issues. You're not the hero. You're just retarded.
My God.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and cover all this canvas. It's about $40 billion worth of paint here. I mean, because after all, we have an open southern border where we have fentanyl just pouring across and killing people age ranges between 18 and 45. But we're not going to talk about that either because Biden won't say anything in regards to that because why would he? They take no accountability for this administration at all. But you got Kamala Harris up there talking about how we're going to work together, 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 work together. Shouldn't you be at a southern border somewhere f***ing that up too? I mean, my God, you have low expectations, but f*** me running. This administration, you're just, damn. I mean, seriously, damn.
And that's where we're going to fucking pause it, right here. Because everything that this man has said up to this point is absolutely factual. What has been going on? Right now, we literally just hit $5 in fuel. $5 a gallon. Literally, that is the average across the United States of America right now is $5 a gallon. At this point, it is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. I don't make enough money to even be able to go do shit with my family. And that's the other thing. Most companies don't pay enough for $20 an hour. What the fuck is $20 an hour now? Like, really, What is $20 an hour? It's chump change compared to what you have to actually get somewhere in life. And not only that, if you're in the middle class, you're still fucked regardless. The taxes, it doesn't matter. You cannot climb out of it. And that is the worst part of all of it. You cannot climb out of this. If you are in the middle class, you will be in the middle class until you die. Unless you have some major idea or, you can get a company started. But right now, that's not even plausible. Not with the cost of living, inflation, everything going up the way that it has. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to afford the home that I live in. That's how bad it is. I don't know how the rest of America is doing this. Honestly, it's terrifying to see us where we are right now. And everybody wants to keep saying, well, it's going to get better. When? When? I'm not waiting another 2 fucking years because I don't know. In 2 years, I don't think I'll be able to afford a house. I won't even be able to afford a roof over my head if things keep going the way they're going. There's no way in hell. God, I can barely afford fuel. What used to get me almost a full tank doesn't even get me a quarter tank anymore. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? How the fuck does this get any better? If nobody is doing shit. All it took was Biden's his first 180 days in office. He shut down one of the pipelines that was keeping us going. And then we had, wasn't it a terrorist attack shortly after that withheld us from getting oil? Man, funny how all this shit just keeps happening. Well, let me keep going with this. I don't get too off track and make this a forever video. I have more to say later.
Let's keep going. Damn. But hey, we can't blame Democrats for everything. We have people like Madison Cawthorn sitting there talking about he's going to go dark MAGA on everybody that didn't support his re-election run after he lost his seat. Well, Madison, I got some news for you. I mean, you can take some pictures and lingerie on a cruise ship and be doing lines and, stuff like that off a hooker's ass. That's the American dream. But I don't really think you can explain the idea of being butt naked in the bed humping another man and saying you're just joking. Madison, it's okay to come out of the closet. Progressives will support you for the most part, minus the Bible thumper evangelicals, but they've got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. They're gone soon enough, so just come on out and join the crew. It's okay. We'll support you no matter what. And you got Van Taylor out there being a diehard Republican with an ISIS bride getting his rim jobbed, and he has the audacity to sit there and talk about how he's representing the constituency. Well, until I see your office giving me a rim job, then I don't think you're really representing me accurately. But hey, good on you.
Oh,
you got it from an ISIS bride. I guess that's one way to fight terrorism, is to have an ISIS bride give your old stink eye a lookaroo. But you know what? I'll allow it. These logistical issues and supply issues, that's all Trump's fault, right? Even though you had Pete Buttigieg out there with his butt buddy pooping out twins, and yet he had to go on a 2-month hiatus. While the ports are going from 24-hour shifts to 8-hour shifts and really halting supply lines, and all the ships out there in the LA port just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. And what's Biden talking about instead? Oh, that's right. How we support transgenderism in our children. I got news for you. There's no such thing as trans kids. There's kids, and then there's kids that are being manipulated through woke parents that are trying to hoist them up as a badge of honor to showcase how woke they are. You should be prosecuted for basically, at heart, child abuse. You're twisted, you're going to hell, and I sincerely hope bad things happen to you. You deserve it. Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. We can't talk bad about the trans community because they're so empowered, yet for some reason when they do feel attacked, they'll rush up on stage and attack a minority like Dave Chappelle.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Trans community versus the black community. Who's gonna win? I got news. It's probably the black community. Because right now, all we've seen from the trans community is men that can't dominate in men's sports, instead go into women's categories, because essentially, you're just a little bitch.
Holy
That's just a classic case
fucking
of
shit.
tuck and swim, tuck and run. Whatever.
Oh my fucking god. Oh. And see, this is where I'm about to get controversial because I don't fucking care anymore. The trans community scares me. And the reason it scares me is because you have a lot of people who don't know who they are, who are now all of a sudden trying to change who they are because they don't know who they are. Please tell me how this makes it better. The trans community currently is one of the most at risk for suicide. And any community. And a lot of that boils down to not knowing who you are. And if you don't know whether you're a man or a woman, then you don't know who you are. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying that because I'm worried about your mental health. Your mental health is what's number one. And at this point, we have disguised what a mental health issue is. We just want to medicate. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, the documentary, What is a Woman? From Matt Walsh. Go see it. Absolutely, because they do not talk about the horrors of the transition. And you actually get to hear it from somebody who went through the transition and has already experienced it far past what these kids now have any understanding of what they're doing to themselves. This individual is at the point where the depression kicks in. Not only that, but the health risks that go into it. Did you know it's a 67% complication rate going through a transition, the full-blown transition? 67% complication rate. So you're telling me you want to risk your life over getting a dick sewn on or a vagina put in you? Are you kidding me? You don't care about yourself. You are mutilating yourself. And not only that, but to the parents who are mutilating their children, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You are supposed to protect those children. You should be ashamed. They can make that decision when they're an adult. You are not to be the one to make that type of life-altering decision for them. They are not an adult. And I understand you may be their parent, but you obviously do not have their best interest at heart. And I completely agree with John on this. You should be prosecuted. Absolutely 100% you should be prosecuted. And not only that, but I'm sick of trying to make everybody feel motherfucking special. If you're gay, I don't give a fuck. You're not special. If you're trans, I don't give a fuck. You're not special. If you're straight, I don't give a fuck. You're not special. I'm sick of us putting everybody on a fucking pedestal to make them feel like they're fucking special. Nobody deserves a fucking month. We're not fucking special. We're all human. So why the fuck does somebody... Let me ask this. Is there a straight pride month? No. Is there a white pride month? No. So then why the fuck is there a month that is dedicated to the black community? And I'm not trying to talk shit about the black community in any way, shape, or form, but it not only is it that you have a month, you have the shortest month of the year that was given to you by a bunch of white fucking dumbasses. And you're gonna sit here and tell me they had your best interest at heart. Are you fucking kidding me? They gave you the shortest month of the year. The shortest month. And you feel honored with that? Fucking trans people, gay people, fucking whatever Pride Month you want to call it, they get 31. But y'all got 28. I'm just saying. Morgan Freeman said it the best. You're going to relegate my history to a month? And I completely agree. How dare you relegate that history to one fucking month? Because black history is American history. And you're not going to sit here and tell me that they just get a fucking month. Look, black people were a part of this country. They did things historically that helped this country. They don't deserve a fucking month. They deserve to be celebrated throughout the year. Just like gay people. You don't deserve a month. You deserve to be celebrated throughout the year. And I'm not sitting here saying fucking parades and all this other shit. Look, I think if we want to do it right, you get a day. You get one day. You get one federal holiday. That's how I feel about it. Then it is equal across the board. But maybe I'm just fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, we go back to the Ukraine issue, and You know, the MSM goes out there and Fox, it's no different than CNN, are talking about how we should stand with Ukraine, and Lindsey Graham rides more fences than the friggin' black crows that were in Dumbo. I mean, this guy just goes out there and he's back and forth. I mean, he's like Mitt Romney, John McCain, all rolled up into one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how this guy even still has a seat. They talk about how we have to support Ukraine and hashtag stand with Ukraine. Stand with them for what exactly? Or is it because back in 2014, the Obama administration helped facilitate a coup that installed a pro-Western government and then basically put Hunter Biden on the board of Burisma, and they were making so much money? It's just a money laundering operation.
Yes.
Nobody says a word because, hey, instead, let's focus on the big bad guys of Russia and no Crenshaw. I'm not a Putin apologist. I just don't believe in sending American men and women to go fight in a war that the EU and corrupt governments like the Obama administration helped facilitate. Instead, if you want to go over there and support Ukraine, and here's the beautiful part about it, you can. There's nothing stopping you from going to Poland or Romania, grabbing a rifle, and go to town.
And not only that, if there's anybody who is qualified to be doing something like that, Dan Crenshaw, you are one of them. You were an operator. So if there's anybody to talk about going over there and doing that shit, it's you. Go ahead, by all fucking means. And at this point, I do not fucking support Dan Crenshaw. I will never fucking support Dan Crenshaw when he started saying that we needed to have a COVID tracking for people. Dude, Dan, I fucking lost you. At that point, we were done. There was nothing that you could say to save yourself. You're fucking worthless to me. You are worthless as a representative of the people, because I can guarantee if you had gone to your constituents and said, hey, are you cool with us tracking you? They would have said, fuck off. But no, as soon as you fucking did that shit, I was done with you. I saw who you were. I saw through the bullshit. I can't stand you. I don't give a fuck if you were a Navy SEAL or not. It's fucking sad.
Oh, that's right. Hashtags won't save you anymore. If you support them, go fight with them. If you don't, shut the hell up.
Yes.
Sincerely, everybody in America. Of course, if you actually go out there and you look at what NATO's contributing to this versus what the US is contributing, well, you'll tend to find out that we're kind of involved in an abusive relationship. They get us into these proxy wars and we do all the heavy lifting. It's like an abusive relationship with, I don't know, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, except this time the EU in our bed and we're paying for it. That doesn't make sense to me. But then again, I'm not an economist, and I'm certainly not a biologist, so what the hell do I know about navigating or an economy? I just have a common sense, liberal arts degree, which doesn't even really make sense either because I'm not a liberal. Why? Well, I guess, again, it's because I'm not retarded. Moving on. We got that 40 billion that we're just either going to print more money of or we're going to borrow more from China. And, China's got our best interests at heart. And if you're smoking crack, easy Hunter Biden, stand down. I know that got you excited, but you know where I'm going. By the way, how the hell is painting sell for $500,000? It might go for like 500. That's some crackhead privilege if I've ever heard of it. Oh, that's right. We got the woke military leaders out there saying that, Kiev is going to fall in 72 hours. And realistically, now they're saying that it's actually going to take a couple of years. But hey, it's okay. We just keep sending more taxpayer money and the rises in costs of gas and everything. And hey, not a big deal. We're paying our fair share to support this proxy war with Russia. But as long as the Russians are getting killed, we're okay. Well, what happens when China gets into a war or any other country that we're not allies gets into a war with? Are we responsible to go over there and play babysitter with our money? I don't think so. That's why I believe we should be more isolationist and not give a damn about these wars that half the time we help start. Oh, that's right. You don't know what political side I'm on now, do you? To be fair, I don't either.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's like me. I don't have a fucking side. I have no fucking side in any of this. My siding is with people. That's my side. I side with the people and what's best for the fucking people. And I'm sick of watching all this happen. Hence why I'm back. And like I said, I am more ornery than ever. Because I cannot stand by and watch this. I cannot stand by and not have something to say about everything going on right now. Because, quite honestly, I am worried about the future of my kids. I don't see my kids having a future because we are so goddamn close to a civil war. All it's going to take is these prices to keep going up just a little bit more. People ain't going to have money to do shit no more. And then guess what's going to end up happening? Everything's going to fucking collapse. This is going to be worse than 08. The recession that's about to follow. Look, my wife and I, we started a garden. We actually started growing vegetables and all that, everything, anything that we can do to help support if something were to if the infrastructure fails. I sure hope that you've been preparing. I really do. I can tell you now. I know we started preparing last year. We saw the writing on the wall, and when you see that writing on the wall, you best not act like you didn't see it. As soon as Biden came into office and I started seeing what he was doing, I looked at my wife and I told her straight up, we better start stocking up on non-perishables ASAP. I mean, I've probably got a good 3 to 6 months worth of food stocked at this point because you just cannot risk it. You can't. And my best advice to anybody, if you do not have a stock of rice and beans, you are fucking up because that is what can save your life. When you are starving, rice and beans will get you through. And this is somebody who ate rice and beans on the regular because I never had enough money when I was in the army. So what did I have a stockpile of? I had a stockpile of pinto beans and rice. And guess what I ate? Quite religiously, pinto beans and rice. It works. But y'all better wake up. Something bad is coming very quickly. And it's like I said, it's terrifying to watch because I don't want my kids to know what war is, but at this point I think it's inevitable.
By the way, AOC, I saw she's getting married. That's going to disappoint a lot of Republicans that wanted to date her. But, I don't think realistically as they wanted to date her, they wanted to do something to her, but certainly wasn't date her. But hey, if they did try that, she would just be a mile and a half away from the actual protest and be hiding in a bathroom and claim that Ted Cruz tried to kill her.
Oh my God.
And January 6th wasn't an insurrection. I don't care who you are.
Holy
so
shit.
Ukraine yellow, almost finished covering this full canvas. I guess realistically, I could charge $40 billion. Oh, real quick, just a question for all the tax people out there. Can I write off that $40 billion as a charitable contribution? No? Oh, okay, just checking. Look for that deduction on my tax form. Where is it at? Charity to wars that we help facilitate and start? Oh, that's right. All right, so next we're going to take some of this abortion red and just saying the word abortion's got the liberals already triggered like crazy over there. I know nothing makes you more angry than not being able to kill your offspring, but hey, just bear with us for a little while. We're going to get through this together. I know you abortionists out there, how you think. You just probably really want to punch a baby in the face so bad. Out there protesting and screaming about how you just love abortions. Well, it's too bad you weren't one. I mean, maybe we should consider allowing abortions just for the Democratic Party, because if you think about it, they're murdering each other off, and then after a few generations, they're kind of gone. Is that a bad thing? Something to think about. The more you murder. So that whole Roe v. Wade thing that everybody's all pissed off about.
Oh,
shit. Like these people don't seem to understand how the government works. It kicks it back down to the states. And then, of course, you got these other congressmen saying, yeah, that's what we should do, to include all disputes. And Democrats picked up on the whole interracial marriage, and Eric Swalwell's out there gaslighting the world with this whole dooms and gloom, like, well, now Republicans want to try and ban interracial marriage, and they want to strip away women's rights to vote. Where's he coming up with this? You're just gaslighting people to fuel the flames of anger and animosity versus focusing on actual issues. But if we're being realistic, women not voting, I don't leave that one alone. I bet you're asking yourself, well, John, what are you painting right there? Is that a T for like maybe Tesla, like Elon Musk, who suddenly comes out and says he's going to probably start voting Republican, and then sure enough, the very next day, Elon sexually assaulted somebody, and Elon is magically a racist. Isn't that how it always works? If you leave the DNC, well then now you're just automatically a racist, even though he's probably the most wealthiest African-American there ever was, or ever will be. You don't know what to say to that, do you? It's just kind of funny to me that Elon comes out and says he's not going to vote Democrat, and without missing a beat, suddenly people start accusing him of, sexual assault and all those things, and now apparently he's a racist.
Jesus, they're all facts, though. Oh my God, I love how they accuse the South African American of being racist. Funny how that works.
Welcome to the club, buddy. We've got cookies and Klan hoods. Oh, wait, no. That's the DNC. Forgot about that.
Oh, shit.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and add some of this BLM black in here. We're going to go ahead and turn this down. And speaking of the BLM and out there, doing all their protests and burning down all these buildings and stuff. And come to find out that they've basically spent millions through what? Oh, that's right, giving it to family members. What about those $1 million mansions in California? But man, there hasn't been a peep from the press really about freaking all the money that the BLM put into there. Well, at least not left-leaning press or people like Don Lemon. They're certainly not going to talk a lot about it. Because why? Well, you duped a lot of crazy white liberals that were really guilty about being white into donating to your stupid campaign where you felt oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're just really good at scamming people out of money. Matter of fact, the organizers of the BLM, what was her name? The one that actually donated over like $2 to $3 million to her various family members, and they bought, $1 million mansions out in California for black content. Right. I'm sure there's a lot of inner city black kids that would really love to have scholarships paid for by those white guilt donated funds. But
facts.
How do they say in abortion clinics? Oh, that's right. F those kids.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. And see, that's what the most fucked up part about it is. You have BLM getting all this money. You could have helped kids who actually needed your help. You could have helped cities that needed your help. You sit here and preach all this, we don't want black on white crime. Well, what about the black on black crime? Should I put those numbers out there? Because it's pretty wild that you spent most of that money on propaganda instead of doing the right thing for your fucking community. Now, I'll be the first to say, I know if I started a charity for a certain thing, it would be going back to the community. Because that's who I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it to live a lavish lifestyle. Look, I'm sorry, I don't want to live a lavish lifestyle. It's not who I am. I don't need all the lickies and chewies and all that other bullshit. That's not me. I want a very simplistic lifestyle because the more shit you got, the more complicated your life is. And I'm fucking good. Look, at this point, I am so close. I would prefer to homestead at this point in my life than deal with all the bullshit that this society has decided to throw at us. That is how fucking done I am with all this. I'd rather go move to the middle of fucking nowhere and just start farming. Because I don't want to fucking be a part of this anymore. Because it's become such a fucking joke. There is no goddamn reality here anymore. And that's why I don't want to do this. We are not rooted in fact anymore. Everything is a fiction. It's a fairy tale. That's where we're at. Everything's a fairy tale at this point. And I'm sorry, I'm not living in a fairy tale. I live in the real world. I live in reality. I take science as fact. And that shit is all out the window now. And I'm sorry, I'm fucking done with it. I don't want to do this shit anymore. It's a fucking joke.
So we're going to go ahead and go sideways, kind of like the whole BLM narrative is just on its ass right now. The liberals are admit when they're wrong, kind of like the whole, Biden administration. Have you noticed? They haven't taken accountability for one single thing. Inflated gas prices, well, that must have been Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Suffering economy, well, that must have been Trump's fault.
Yeah.
But we have record low unemployment. Wait a minute. How do you have record low unemployment when jobs are coming back that you originally helped destroy?
Oh.
That's like Tess Holliday losing the weight and then gaining it right back. Do you really get to say that you kept the weight off? No, you're still a fat ass.
Shit.
Oh, apparently now she has anorexia. Your mouth's saying one thing, but the 20 unauthorized chins you've got, they say something else completely. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the monkeypox screen here, because, what have we already been through? COVID, Omicron, Autobahn, Slitterbahn, Autobot. I don't know what we're on right now, but apparently now there's monkeypox. And the UK is already coming out there and saying, hey, don't be homophobic or bigoted when talking about monkeypox. It comes from monkeys. But I'm trying to follow you here, but it's almost as if you want the world to be racist because it gives something for you to fight for.
That's fucking true.
Nothing. Because you're bored, lonely people that really need a life.
I'm going to go back. Does anybody know about how many times that Congress has told others in Congress, you need to push this through so we have something to fight about, or you need to say no to this so we have something to fight about, so it looks like we're doing our fucking jobs? That's real. That's real. Absolutely real. it isn't about us. It hasn't been about us for the last 70 fucking years. And the scary part is, it's been every 80 years they say that there is a war that shifts everything. And we're coming up on those 80 years. The last major war was World War II. 80 years before that was the Civil War. 80 years before that was the Revolutionary War. Every 80 years, there's a major kinetic war. So we're literally we're there. It's coming. So please tell me that you are doing what you need to do to prepare. It is dangerous. It is.
And you've got it so good. Because you're bored, lonely people that really need a life. And you've got it so good. But, hey, whatever blows your dress up or pants up, depending on what you're hiding between your legs. Oh, that's right. Isn't it Democrats now that are calling for children to have underwear that they can actually tuck their penises away and pretend to be girls?
Yep.
That's right. You're so twisted that even God's like, holy crap, I didn't create you. This has to be something from the devil. And the devil's sitting there going, nope, ain't me. This is a whole nother thing. You guys are too twisted. So in reality, both forces of good and evil are looking at you like you're just, you're something special.
Oh my
you're
God.
Just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not even funny at this point. You are scum of the earth. You
I
really are.
fucking agree. I
And
fucking
that's why
agree.
we're never going to be on Fox.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and fill this in right here. And it's got that little mixture of the black and green there. There we go. Looks nice and beautiful. It's going to cover in those corners there. And hey, if you haven't done so, make sure you check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you hear podcasts for the
Got a
All
plug.
American Savage Show. We hear yours truly light in on these left and right policies. And we try and take somewhat of an unbiased perspective, but holy crap, you liberals, you just give us so much content. It's just too easy to go after you. You can check me out there and on Instagram at JohnBurk11B. So we're going to keep going here. Boom. Oh, it's green. Oh, look at that. Nice green colors. We got the monkeypox screen getting spread all over the place. Now they're threatening more lockdowns. And then come to find out, Bill Gates, Mr. Viral expert himself, who basically couldn't even stop Windows from getting viruses, wants to weigh in on the fact that, we didn't really know that COVID was only really affecting elderly people. Oh, yes, we did. You just didn't want to debate the facts because you censored anybody on social media that disagreed with your narrative. Come to find out, what's this? You're wrong.
Yeah.
And how many lives were destroyed in the process of you sending the world into a panic because of a COVID-19 issue that the U.S. government had a gain-of-function $600,000 research fund given to Wuhan. They admitted it, and Fauci is still not behind bars.
And you want to know what pisses me off? How many fucking times did I say it's just like the fucking flu? And then it takes this dumb fuck software engineer to come out and say, oh, it's just like the flu. You don't fucking say. Because, I went in to get a piss test, and they told me, oh, you sound like you have symptoms of COVID. And I said, yeah, it's my seasonal allergies that have happened the last 30 years of my fucking life, and now you're gonna tell me all of a sudden I have fucking COVID? Are you stupid? I think I know myself a hell of a lot fucking better than you, Doc. Especially somebody who's just taking a piss test from me and has never seen me ever in their life. Fuck you.
You explain that one to me. You can. But hey, now we got the monkeypox, and I guess the only question I have to ask you, well, not just America, but to the entire world, what are you going to do about it?
Yep.
Are you going to run? You going to hide? You going to submit? You going to wear a mask? You going to wear a full bodysuit? You going to close your business? You going to ruin your life? All because the government, the CDC, and the FDA got it all wrong?
Yep.
Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to buy like good little sheep. That's all we're going to do.
He's
Except
fucking
me.
right.
I'm going to keep painting maskless. There we go. And I bet you're asking yourself, John, what's the painting supposed to be of? Well, it's a very good question. Here's your answer. What are they aiming for? Money. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson.
Yep.
Everything.
Has anybody noticed the propaganda of Pfizer and how they sponsor everything? This broadcast is sponsored by Pfizer. And nobody's noticed that? How it's literally everywhere? Oh, you can get your COVID-19 vaccine. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you know, but Starting this fucking weekend, they will not be testing anybody coming over internationally for COVID anymore. But it was a big fucking deal. We shut the country down. 2.5 years. We didn't hear anything but fucking COVID. And now all of a sudden, it's gone. I tried to fucking warn y'all. And at first, you know what? I was a little bit worried about it. And then I saw through all the bullshit. When I saw through all the bullshit, it was when they were saying that people who were gunshot victims died of COVID. That to me, when they died from a gunshot wound and they said it was COVID, that's when I said, okay, this is bullshit. And that's when all of America should have said, okay, this is bullshit. And not only that, but what happened to heart disease? For 2.5 years, heart disease didn't exist anymore. They were all COVID deaths. And most of it is because people in this country are not educated enough to know that heart disease is the leading killer in America. But we're so uneducated in this country, we don't even fucking know that. And you wonder why we are where we are. Half the fucking death toll that they said was COVID was actually heart disease and cancer and the flu. Some was COVID, don't get me wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and debate that fact. But not all of it was. Most of it was a fucking lie. And not to mention the fact that CNN had a fucking death ticker. Are you fucking kidding me? Wake the fuck up, America. It's all propaganda and they're trying to fucking scare you.
Money. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reach into our pockets where apparently we have all this money that we got to be given to the Ukraine and liberals and all these government subsidy programs because, hey, God help us if you just don't want to work, we'll pay for it because that's the socialist dream. I don't, whatever, let's just do this. Oh, looky there. Someone you can't control and you can't cancel. He's going to take over Twitter and he says he's going to push for free speech.
Yep.
And what does that do? That sends the liberals screaming.
Fucking
Because you don't
yay.
like the idea of having your
Yes,
safe
it does.
space taken away. And now you got to go toe-to-toe with people and defend your ideas. Because you can't. Because you know you're full of shit. And now the balance of power has been tipped and you're scared shitless. So what do we do in response? Oh, we set up a disinformation board at the White House, which within 3 weeks falls flat on its ass.
Fuck yeah, it
Because even
did.
Democrats were calling out the Biden administration for being fascists. It's almost as if the very same things they accuse everybody else of being, they actually are. Fascists, authoritarians, racist, bigots, and intolerant assholes.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
Fucking love you, dude. And those are
If you
all
enjoyed this
fucking
video,
facts,
make sure
man.
you drop a like below and leave a comment.
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I let him finish this. But those are all facts. And isn't it funny how every bit of what the left claims that we are, that's what they are. They think that just because I say it first. No, dumb fuck. I know what you're saying, but it's not true. You're not speaking about me. You're speaking about yourself. It's literally you looking yourself in the mirror and hating who you are, so you try to impress your views on everybody else and sit there and try and claim that we're fucked up like you. And I'm sorry, I'm not. I believe in equality. Y'all don't. You want to prop people up. You want to make people special. I fucking don't. Making people special is why we are where we are right now. I don't believe in making anybody fucking special. I'm not fucking special. Nobody is fucking special. You are a human being at the end of the day. And there is absolutely no reason you should feel that you are propped up above others. You are a human being. You're not fucking special. I don't give a fuck how you identify, what your sexuality is. I don't fucking care about any of it. I don't give a fuck what you look like. You're a fucking human being. Period. And that's what's so frustrating about all this. You are demonizing the wrong fucking people. And that's why y'all need to wake up. Stop demonizing me. I want the best for everybody. And I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm just not going to make you special. And I'm not going to sit here and play your fucking game. If I say, sir, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If I say ma'am, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm actually trying to be respectful. So for you to get pissed off at me and go, well, I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am. I don't, I'm sorry. Fuck you at that point. Like, if you just got so offended by me saying yes sir or yes ma'am, then fuck you. Get the fuck away from me. You're not somebody I want to deal with anyway. You obviously are a fucking child. You have the emotions of a child. Because any fucking sane adult understands that you are not trying to be disrespectful. But I'm just fucking crazy.
Probably not going to read it, but it helps the algorithms to get... If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like below and leave a comment. I'm probably not going to read it, but it helps the algorithms to get more people to get eyes on this. That's right, trigger a liberal near you. Hit that share button below. If you'd like to buy this painting, make sure you tune into the allamericansavageshow.com website and we give you instructions on how to do that. And make sure you check out our show sponsor, shellshockcbd.com. You can find a variety of affordable, actually good CBD oil. Delta 8, Delta 9,
And make sure
Sleepy Time gummies with CBD and melatonin that are THC free. Just a lot of great products to help improve your quality of life that Big Pharma ain't got to get a cut of. So until next time, we'll see ya.
I had to make sure to let him get his plug in there because I know he's always trying to sell that CBD, which I've heard good things about. I haven't tried it, me personally, but if you are interested in that kind of stuff, definitely go hit him up for sure. Show him some support because this dude, he's absolutely fucking hilarious. I love listening to him. He is a lot like me. Like I said, maybe even a little more extreme than I am. But real shit, real talk. Like I love John. I'm so glad that I found him. And I am absolutely in support of John. So go check out his channel. Absolutely. But yeah, if you guys can't tell, I'm pretty pissed off at this point. And I think most of America is. And that's why we're about to see we are about to see Democrats get moved out, but in my opinion, I don't fucking trust it. I don't trust anything when it comes to the fucking government anymore at this point. Not a motherfucking thing. The government has lost their fucking shit. They're fucking insane, all of them. I'm done trusting those fucks. I really am. So, do you really want to know my opinion? We need to get rid of a lot of alphabet agencies because Ronald Reagan said something about having too many of those, and he was spot the fuck on. He was, which I'm gonna have to do a reaction to that at some point because his speech was fucking incredible, and it terrifies me that people have not seen that and have not listened to that man's. I think it is. I think the speech is. You have a choice, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun shit, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, AWG fam, and my XMC fam. I'm out.